Hey guys, it's your girl Bianca B and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure you guys subscribe, check out my vlogs, check out my beauty videos, my celebrity interviews. And so in this video, as you can see from the title, I have a life update for y'all. If you are a new, I'm gonna open up my Red Bull. If you guys are new, make sure you go check out my videos to kind of get familiar with me and what I do. If you are returning or coming from Instagram, you can see that I have moved back to LA. So kind of want to talk about why I moved back to LA and my experience in New York and what I learned from living in both cities. So let's chit chat. I'm gonna sip a little bit of this Red Bull. I was gonna drink some wine, but I was like, you know what? Y'all been seeing me drink too much wine on social media, so hold on. So I kind of want to chit chat with you guys and why I decided to move back to LA and what happened. So, disclaimer, I am originally from Detroit, Michigan. I don't know why everybody thinks that I'm from LA, but I am from Detroit. And I moved to LA when I was 17, which was almost 10 years ago. And it was the best decision ever in my life. And I had gotten to a place, I work in film and television. I have my degree in film. And I decided to, just continue to live in LA after college. And it was, like I said, the best decision ever. A lot of people don't stay in LA. A lot of people don't make it past the first year. And I was just so grateful that I did 8 years in LA and I learned so much. So I was working on the Steve Harvey show. And I had got the opportunity after that show ended to work on the Mel Robbins show in New York City at CBS. It was a tough decision. It wasn't a tough decision to make, but I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to live in New York. New York had always been in my 10-year plan, and I was like, well, I have the opportunity. It's good pay. Everything just happened so quickly. It happened in like 14 days. And I was just so excited. Like everything that you could think of that went right, from me finding a place to me not having to pay my landlord in LA didn't, like my last 14 days there, she said I didn't have to pay my rent for that month. And so like everything happened so organically that it was like God told me that I was meant to be there. And living in New York was the best experience of my life this far. I learned so much by living there in the past 9 months that I was there, that I learned so much about myself, because I had lived there by myself and I had no friends or family there. So it was like so new. It's like when you go overseas or study abroad for college, like that was that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like I've always wanted to live here. Like New York was just such an amazing experience for me, and I thrived and did so well. And I'm very proud of myself, because a lot of people can't go to a new big city like that and succeed. And I was able to succeed in both LA and in New York and make money, gain connections that I had never had. And film and TV is so small that people in New York know people in LA, and some people go back and forth. That it's such a small community that a lot of the producers that I worked under knew people in LA who worked on shows. Like it is so small. So I was so grateful that I built skill sets in television and daytime talks specifically that I had never knew or gained while living in LA. So New York was just an incredible experience for me. So we're gonna talk about the downside of everything, and I'm out of breath. So I kind of just want to talk about this piece right here. I want to talk about the downside of everything. So in February, so backtrack. So I worked on the Mel Robbins show, thrived, loved Mel, she's amazing, loved the show, loved the teams. I just really loved my job. Like it was one of the first jobs where I was thriving And I just had, even though, you know, the topics were kind of, you know, touchy and these were real life people, it was a challenge for me because it was something new, something brand new that I had never done before. And it was a good experience. Like, I just thrived there. I loved everybody. I loved the executive producers. Like, I just loved everybody. And so, in film, things are subject to change. In TV and media, we all know this. Shows get picked up, shows get canceled. Especially, it's weird now with the digital world. And like things like Netflix, like Hulu, a lot of people aren't watching daytime talk shows. Only in certain cities and states. So I just want to put that out there. Like, the numbers are weird nowadays with, you know, television in general and just with series, and a lot of people don't have cable. A lot of people are using Fire Sticks and Amazon. So you have to, you know, a lot of people a lot of corporations aren't wanting to spend money. Point blank period. So we find out that we didn't get renewed in February. I believe it was February. Beginning of February, we found out that we weren't getting renewed. And my contract was originally for 3 years until anything changed. So, excuse me. So February comes around, we don't get renewed, sad. So I'm like, okay, cool. My lease is up in June. So I have plans on coming to LA anyways for a couple of months to try to get work, do brand ambassador work, do like different events and things like that. So my goal was to already come back here in March. Then Corona came. So let me tell y'all gotta have faith and believe in God, okay? So March 11th, I believe, it was either March 11th or March 13th. It was a Wednesday because we were a Thursday show. I remember this because it was just last month. So March came around and this was March 11th. Our show wrapped officially March 21st, that Friday, I believe. Yeah, March 20th. So we get a call, we get an email March 11th that our show, that CBS was shut down due to Corona and that we will not be filming the rest of the production season. Like, everybody pack up, leave for safety reasons, okay? This was March 11th on a Wednesday, I believe. That's the day, either the 11th or the 13th. Literally an hour later, I get a call for a job offer to work as a casting assistant in LA for a game show for the Game Network. So I'm like, wow, this is a sign from God. I got a job. I lost a job and gained a job to move back to LA in an hour. Literally. And so I was like, holy shit, okay. I told the guy, I was like, yeah, I can start next week. So I fly to LA the following week, and I was supposed to start on Tuesday of the following week. And get here that Monday, everything shut down around the world. Everything shut down. So I was like, wow, this is God, you know. Everything is God, I'm telling you. He preps you in so many ways. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just stay in LA. It's really bad in New York. All my friends and family are in LA, most of them. I know more people here, so I might as well just stay in LA until everything dies down. So that led to staying here for 2 months to like, you know what, I'm gonna just find an apartment here. My lease is up in New York and I just don't wanna be going back and forth during these safety precautions. So I have officially moved back to LA, and I do have my apartment in New York City that, like I said, my lease is up coming up. So I have to eventually go and get everything. Luckily, when I moved to New York, I didn't have much stuff in my clothes, literally, and my dog. So, you know, I don't have much there but like my bed and couch, but I'm just gonna get rid of all of that and just move, you know, and get brand new everything. So that is my life in a nutshell. So I am officially back in LA. And I know most people will be like, well, why don't you just go back to New York when everything is back settled and stuff like that? I have more opportunities here in LA. I know more people. I have easier access to certain things. So I feel like, you know, LA is just home for me. And I think that God wanted me to be there for that term, you know, in that season in my life. And I'm so grateful. And all the people that I met in New York, like, I'm truly grateful. Like, I learned so much. And if I go back and get a job opportunity, of course I would go back. But I feel as though, you know, LA is for me. And I just thrive better here. And so yeah, so that is the life update. And I basically want to also tell you guys that I am launching a podcast. It's called BFF Podcast Show. It's basically the Bianca B Show, but called BFF Podcast. And the reason why I decided to not make it the Bianca B Show, because I feel like I'm in 2 stages in my life. And I wanted the podcast to be more specific, and I didn't want my personal name behind it. I know that sounds weird, but I wanted BFF to be a universal thing and not just Bianca. So it is called BFF Podcast Show, and it stands for Business, Finances, and Friendships, and basically learning the ins and out of a certain particular field that you're in, whether that's entertainment, TV, film, marketing. So you're gonna learn so much within this podcast, and I have a lot of different guests on the show talking about how you can execute in that particular field. So that is gonna be launching soon. I have like 14 episodes that is being edited right now, and just like audio, trying to figure out which one I want to first, and trying to get on iTunes. Launching a podcast is a very it takes a lot of work, more work than what people think. So I'm in the process of that right now. And also we have BFF Cosmetics. That has officially been launched, the name. Like, people know that I am launching this. I do have a GoFundHer.com page where you can donate to get the business started. Starting a business is very challenging. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of logistics and a lot of different things, and not only me. So, you know, if you want to donate, you can donate $1, you can donate $2. Anything counts. This is not an investment. You're not an investor. You are donating to something that you believe in. So if you believe in me and you want to see me succeed, you can go to GoFundHer.com/ it's Bianca B, and you'll see the BFF Cosmetics project, and you can donate. And also create your own page if you have a small business and you want people to donate. So it's your girl Bianca B. Follow me on Instagram at it's Bianca B, and click the bell so you can see what I'm working on next. So bye guys.